I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and I'm just gonna be my real self. I'm going to intentionally relinquish the character. It's raining and it's sunny. And that's how it is here on the mountainside of the South Shore. I've lived North Shore, South Shore, East Side, never lived West Side. It's amazing climate here for growing. I left for about 9 months and I hadn't planted anything in the planter boxes for a year. And when I came back, the planter boxes they were full of weeds too, but they were full of vegetables and herbs, which I've been using. And I'm gonna just completely wipe it clean. It's hard for me to do because I don't like to take viable food and herbs. I'll probably leave the sage, maybe one or two of the dandelions, but with all the other ones, the plants are old and I'd like to get some freshies in there, you know. I've found a bunch of volunteer avocado trees, and I just was going through and trimming everything, and then I cleared away the trees. And then because these avocado trees are just sitting down there, just covered over by all these other bushes and stuff. And then when I cut those away and saw that there were avocado plants, and then just within a couple of weeks, it just exploded in size and growth. So it was just missing the light. So all these avocado trees are gonna blossom, and the macadamia nut trees are full this year. And the pigs come through. They usually fall, but I might have to try to see if I can Google some way to do you harvest before they come to the ground, because they usually go to the ground and dry, and then the shell falls off, and then you've got the macadamia nut. But the pigs will come through and eat everything before you get to it, you know. So I have pigs and chickens, they're all wild. People are like, are you a pig farmer, chicken farmer? No, they're just wild. And I haven't seen Henrietta in a few days. I'm a little bit worried because she's my favorite. But chickens eventually they just die. And I haven't seen Belle either, who was her daughter, and I was there for her birth. And the whole troop, and first there was 9 eggs, and then she kicked 4 of the eggs out. I tried to put them back, that didn't work. She kicked them out again, so they know something. Then there was 4 or 5, I think there was 5 eggs, and then it was 5 chicks. And then slowly I watched them disappear. And I've watched this over the years where some hens will have 8 or 9 babies, and then if 1 or 2 of them make it and you watch those 1 or 2 grow up, it's a miracle. And that's life, because there's cats, and chickens are not the brightest. They run into the road, you know, and they get poofed. I hit a rooster once, but all he did was bust out the Toyota on my grill, and the rooster it just went right through this thing like this. The whole big rooster went through this hole like this, and he was running back and forth in my engine compartment. And I had to open the hood, and he got out and flew away. I hit him at 55 miles an hour, so he got lucky, because normally you see a poof of feathers behind you. I've hit 2 or 3 chickens. You know, you can't help it. They just fly right in front of you, and there's no braking or anything, you know. So, but I've hit a couple of the chickens, and then poof, the feathers fly everywhere, and you see this fluffy, crazy windmill of feathers behind you. And there was none of that, so it was pretty interesting. And then he just flew away. I said, "You're the luckiest goddamn rooster that ever was," you know. So the wind comes through. I had to close a couple windows because the rats chewed through the screens. I went nuclear when they started. I moved this couch the other day to vacuum, and I noticed that one of the rats had been chewing on the brand new. This is a $5,000 couch, brand new, and it's a hide-a-bed. So in case I have guests or my kids come or something, you can fold this thing out and they can stay. And I had a friend stay on here once, and she slept great. Her tire popped, and then I just, you know, we left the truck at the bottom and took care of it in the morning, and she stayed here. But then the rats were chewing on that. I saw the foam, and I said, that's when I went nuclear. I had just set the traps out. I was trying to find the best way to do it. I was like, because I used to do these glue traps, and they would get on there, you know, and then you just take some oil and you put them in the box, and you get some oil and you put the oil on the grease trap, and you then on the sticky trap, and then they can get away, and then you take them somewhere else off your property and you let them go. And I did that at this other property that I had. Well, they just were outsmarting the sticky traps. I put one here, I put one over there where they chewed through the kitchen window, and they were just outsmarting the sticky traps. So I was just, and then once they started chewing through all the screens, it's okay, you know, and you come in here and you're going into the trash at night and digging out these avocado pits, and there's 10 or 12 avocado half pits, you know, underneath the couch. That's fine. But when you start chewing up the furniture to take the stuff back to your home, that's when I went nuclear, and I've trapped 5 rats. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I don't feel that bad, because they say rats are smart, but they're not that smart, because if they were real smart, they would have stayed their ass outside in the walls, you know what I mean? And they wouldn't have come in here and getting into the trash and chewing everything up. So 5 of them are now, you know, been removed, and I've seen no activity since then. And so I'm gonna repair the screens now, and hopefully we don't have any more issues. We'll see about that. So the wind here is so nice. Silence is really the best. This is what I get to. I'm gonna get better chimes, because those are okay chimes, but the other ones that I had, it's a set of 5 in the same tone, and you set it out, and it's like a celestial elven garden. And it's real professional tones. This is professional as well, but it's just in the churchy bell tone, and the other ones are just more celestial woodland realm, you know. And so that's gonna be probably 2 or 20, about $2,500 for the whole set of all of them. They've gone up a lot in the years, like everything else. And I really, this time I will not give them away. I had to move, and I was just going through a crazy time in my life, and I just got rid of everything. I sold my crystal as well, and I kind of regret that, because I really did love that. But I have blowouts where I just get rid of everything. And I've done that again, and this time I'm trying not to accumulate, but I just started to. I went to Ross Dress for Less yesterday, and I accumulated a few things, a couple hats. I got a mirror, you know, so that I could see myself before I start filming. I got 2 mats for the floor, a long one by the sink, and then a short one where I film my videos. It's nice and soft on the feet. I don't really need it, but I do like those little floor mats to stand on, especially if you're going to be for any length of time standing there. You know. What else did I get? I looked for a bowl. I need a bigger bowl. I don't like the wooden ones. I have a wooden one, but they're not as sanitary as like ceramic, you know. I have a ceramic bowl, but it's not quite DTM style, you know. Fully Raw Christina style is like that, but DTM is somewhere right in the middle, you know. A good hearty salad, you know. And yeah, well, I see two very, very large macadamia nuts right there. Cool. And there's a river right there, and there's a waterfall, so I'm gonna build a path right here. There's just a few trees because everything grows so fast. I gotta cut a path, and then just I can, instead of having to walk all the way down the driveway, all the way out to the street, all the way up to this road, and then all the way back to the waterfall, I can just drop right down this hill, you know. It's a very beautiful view here, and I'm gonna remove these here. Albesias. I've got a friend of mine, he does the tree work, and I'm gonna get rid of those so the view is gonna get better, and then I'll trim all these and clear everything out and leave all the macadamia nut and avocado trees, you know. Then I think I'm gonna plant some soursops and some other citrus fruits. We had a little citrus orchard over here, but it died because the grass grew up faster than the trees, and it just snuffed the trees out. Now I went through and cleared the guinea grass, but I need some shears, and then I got to dig it out, the roots. So that's a lot of work. I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna be busy. I love the labor. I've been taking care of the labor around here, and it's just good. It's good for my testosterone. I can feel it in my voice. I can feel it in my balls, you know. The testosterone, you know. And I just don't care anymore about when anyone says it's like, it's crazy, man. I know it's crazy. It's like, you drink juice, you're crazy, but it just works. When I'm done with this video, I'm just gonna go, drink some more juice. I've already had like 2 jars of juice. I'm gonna have another one, and then probably some kind of little salad snack, a little veggie and fat meal. It's a great life. And then I'll go to yoga tomorrow again, and then I'm gonna go do an art show where I will be just bringing juice, just volunteering. To just bring a bunch of fresh juice, because they're gonna bring alcohol, and I'm gonna bring enzymes and juice, and just tell everybody, here, if you drink alcohol, take these enzymes, because take the enzymes after you drink. That way you sober up real quick, so you can get drunk and have your little buzz with your friends and act like a retard, and then when you need to sober up, you just blast a bunch of Zymers, and it sobers you up real quick. It's a great way. I mean, I should use that. That's probably the ultimate marketing technique, right? You know, it'll just sobers you up. 15 minutes later, it breaks down all the alcohol, you know, that's in your bloodstream. You're like, you know, so anyhow, that's going to be pretty cool. I don't get out much because I think either I'm like maturing into like solitude, or just I'm a dick. I haven't been able to decide, but I just want to think about God. Like this morning's meditation was just God, devotion. And I'm nurturing that, and small talk and chit chat is it's not my thing, man. I mean, I'm chit-chatting now, so it's my job, but it's like, I don't know if I'm entertaining or not. I mean, everyone's so Everything's like fake, on the internet anymore. It's just weird, man. The filters. These grown women using filters, they look like fucking aliens. They don't even know they're my friends too, and it's like, they're just, like, I'm like, that getting fucking wrinkled now, and fucking sagging jowls. It's too. When you're a man, though, it's like, you're like, whatever, You're more emotionally stable, so if you wanted to get a girlfriend or a wife, you'd just get one, But there's pros and cons, but the pros of being single right now are just, it's like this. This is what I like. It's nothing. It's peace. That's what I love more than anything. I don't have much left in me for the social media. I don't want to convince anyone of anything. I don't care. I don't believe in any concept. It's just that there's the rock of peace inside everyone. And all you have to do is be still enough to allow it to blossom forth and reveal itself as ever present. I'm gonna post this video. I got nothing to lose. I've got nothing. There's no long form content, interest. There's short form crack addictions, so I'll go with the little dopamine hits for a little bit longer. I'll have to figure something else out, though. I think I have a lot of skills. Just have to kind of find a new way. I've gotten a lot of offers for other different types of things. People need to heal, and I think you can show them this.